Today's Bible story is the parable of the Pharisee and the tax collector. A parable is a story with a hidden meaning. Jesus often told parables to help people learn more about what God's kingdom is like and show them how they could live the best life of all. What's that, Francis John? You've been thinking about all the things that you have done. You've recorded over 80 Bible stories and have lots of people who like watching you of lots of ages in some different countries. Yes. So now you are so famous, you think the other teddies should show you more respect. Maybe they should bring you honey and do your cleaning and tidying so you can be free to sign autographs and answer fan mail. We shall see. Well, Jesus tells our story today to help his listeners understand that God isn't interested in people boasting about themselves when they pray. Are you ready for our story, the parable of the Pharisee and the tax collector? There were some people who thought they were very good and looked down on everyone else. Jesus used this story to teach them. There was a Pharisee and a tax collector. The Pharisee was one of the religious leaders. He helped God's people, the Jews, understand God's rules and how to worship God. No one liked tax collectors, as they collected money from the people of the Romans and usually extra money for themselves. One day, the Pharisee and the tax collector went to the temple to pray. The Pharisee stood alone away from the tax collector. When the Pharisee prayed, he said, "Oh God, I thank you that I'm not as bad as other people. I am not like people who steal, cheat, or love someone else's wife. I thank you that I'm better than this tax collector. I fast twice a week, and I give 1/10 of everything I get to you." The tax collector stood alone, but when he prayed, he would not look up even to heaven. He felt very humble before God. He said, "Oh God, please forgive me. I know I've done lots of things wrong." Jesus said, "I tell you, when this tax collector finished praying and went home, he had put right his relationship with God. But the Pharisee, who felt that he was better than others, was not right with God." Then Jesus said, "People who make themselves important will be made humble, but those who make themselves humble, God will make them great." We heard how Jesus told the story of two men who went to pray in the temple. The Pharisee, who most people thought was good, and the tax collector, who most people thought was bad. The Pharisee was very proud. He wanted God to hear all the good things that he had done and how they made him better than other people. The tax collector knew that he had done bad things and just asked God to forgive him. Jesus told people that it was the tax collector who had put it right his relationship with God. I wonder, when you talk to others, do you boast about the things you've done? Or do you know people who do? You may like to close your eyes and think about that now. I'm going to say a prayer. If you want to make it your prayer too, then please say amen at the end after me. Dear God, thank you that you love me for who I am and that I don't need to boast about what I've done when I talk to you. Amen. What's that, Francis John? You think that maybe you shouldn't be getting others to do things for you. Maybe even if you are famous, it might be better, instead of boasting about it, to do some nice things for your friends instead. I like that idea. Well, thank you for joining us today for the story, the parable of the Pharisee and the tax collector. We look forward to you joining us again soon. Goodbye and God bless.